2 years after losing his job for testing positive for marijuana, a Long Island Railroad electrician is now back to work. But his union's fight against the railroad and its drug testing policy is far from over.
You're happy to hear that you're able to return back to work, but at the same time, I was very blown away by the decision not to make me whole.
Last year, Newsday brought you the story of Darren Drew and Ronald Dolginko, both LIRR electricians, out of their jobs after testing positive for marijuana metabolites upon returning to work from extended medical leaves. Both men deny ever having used marijuana and believe medications they were taking triggered false positives.
They take you out of work right away, and then they give you a waiver that says, if you sign this, we're going to give you a 6-month suspension. If you don't sign it, you go to trial.
Dolginko opted to retire rather than risk punishment. Drew went to trial, lost, and was fired. A year later, there are new developments in both men's cases. A federal judge dismissed a lawsuit filed by Dolginko against the railroad, saying it wasn't the right venue to hear the case.
It was another dagger in the heart.
And an arbitrator ruled Drew should get his job back, but no back pay for the 22 months he was out of work. Drew, who returned to work in March, takes issue with the arbitrator, claiming he showed no remorse.
Why would I show remorse for something that I didn't do?
Drew is now looking to have a federal court throw out the arbitrator's ruling, and Dolginko intends to take his lawsuit to state court. The Metropolitan Transportation Authority has defended its LIRR marijuana policy, saying in a statement that the railroad will never compromise on customer or employee safety. But Ricardo Sanchez, who heads the LIRR Electricians Union, said the policy is unreasonable, punishing workers even for using marijuana on their own time. The railroad hasn't budged in its policy, even after New York State legalized recreational pot use in 2021.
It's not for the greater good. I mean, the law has changed, and they don't want to acknowledge it, and it's obscene.
In Patchogue, I'm Alfonso Castillo for Newsday TV.